How are we this far ahead in research? Like we're only needing half the. Wow, I'm kind of a bit baffled right now that it's going this well. Then we've got these things, which is spot on 1.8 storage, and it fits in there. What do I do with the rest of all my space now? That's a perfect product without even using half the space in my chassis. Alright everybody, hello and welcome back to another episode on Good Company Freeplay with me, Spacefish, and welcome back to our now super profitable pocket PC production where, well, we easily shot past 1 mil in cash in the last episode, and I think we hit a new profit record of was it like 50k? In a single week? It was certainly quite crazy. With that said, we've got some research finished, so let's go and focus on actually researching some more stuff. What's this actually? Rebond foam. Very interesting. Haven't seen that one yet, but we will actually focus on... Oh. I thought we only had... Wow, okay. What else do we have then? We've got some drone parts, which I don't think is all too important at the moment. We've got these improvement thingies, which, I mean, could be good. Could be good to have. I'm not sure, though. We haven't had the need to even use any of these just yet, so I'm kind of unsure we'll actually need them too badly. What do we have here? Large fan coolers. Okay. So... kind of unsure on that front line. Drone things I don't think we'll need for the time being. We've got memory banks down here. Maybe we should do memory banks just to ensure that we stay on top of that stuff as well. We've also got some more advanced speaker stuff. I think we should maybe go for these two. I feel we're going to go for polyphone speaker first, because I'm pretty sure we're already using monophone speakers in our production, so that's maybe one of the next things we will require when kind of advancing our cassette player production down there. So that's going to be the next thing in research. How am I doing right now with my inventory? It seems to be a lot freer, a lot more opened up. I do also seem to have been able to pull all these things from down here, which is certainly great news. So that's good. I may have to accelerate production down here eventually just to kind of enable more analysis out here and kind of speed that up for us a bit, but for the time being I think that's still fine. We still do have a bit of a backlog of points, so research should continue as usual. Now, courier routes, what do we have out here? What's the issue here now? Do I still have an employee on this route? Wait, what? Oh, it's just protesting the fact that I've got input set up here that are not being brought in from anywhere. Okay, deleting those. Does that fix it? It doesn't. Why do I still have an exclamation mark out here? I'm kind of unsure, to be honest. Wait, no. Wait a second. So we've got this route still running, which we don't need to keep this route running because, you know, sold all of these things off. So we're going to delete that route and gonna delete that too. Still got an exclamation mark there. I'm kind of confused, but well, this palette we can also free up for maybe some cassette player stuff out here. We'll just leave it empty for the time being, but that way we should have now kind of managed to reset all these things. What do we have down here for an issue? Missing batteries, huh? We've got a lot of these small register simple circuits, rather small register banks. It's really just the batteries that seem to pretty largely bottleneck us down there, which is quite crazy. Because, I mean, I kind of knew there was going to be a bit of a bottleneck, but I didn't know it was going to be that mad of a bottleneck. So, don't like that too much, but I don't really have the space to expand out right here, which is a bit of an issue. I mean, actually, I could kind of expand things out to there, and maybe I am actually going to do just that, because, you know, we can maybe just use this on top space here to kind of, you know, rectify that bit of an issue. So, let's go and raise this part of the zone right here. Why does that have to stay? I don't know. That is fine, though. We will extend the zone. out like that. And that's fixed as well, thanks to the Extend Zone tool, which is pretty new, I think. So that is certainly rather great to have. So we'll put another chemistry table up here pretty much. We'll go and add a small shelving rack into there. We'll do a battery stack, we'll hire somebody for it, and we'll need to go and get those, whoops, connections up and running? Yeah, exactly. So what do we need for this actually? We will need, is it metal and chemistry stuff? No, it's plastic and chemicals. Okay, so we will grab some plastic from here. We'll grab some chemicals from here, just like that, and we will go and connect that up. We'll have some more batteries, and we'll have those flow into there, and hopefully that should solve that bit of a bottleneck and increase profitability of that line for us a bit further. Now, other than that, let's have a quick look at the market overview, because I feel we haven't had one for quite a while. Now, these things, we've got a potential sales figure of 18 a week, which we will certainly never be able to hit. Like 13 to 14, I think, is sort of the max that we can produce with 2 assembly tables. I'm not quite sure, actually. If we look at the blueprint designer, what does that say? 0.75 days could actually be doable with our battery bottleneck fixed. That may have been a bigger factor to this whole production to improve it than I thought it was. So let's see about that. Going to be an interesting one. We've got our Keith 600Cs out here with a potential sales figure of 18 a week, which is not kind of permanently being met actually. So I feel we are going to drop the rebates down a bit. We're just going to discount it to 16%, lower that potential sales figure by 1, and that way kind of, I think we'll overall increase our profitability that way. So that should be the right move to make. Now, that is kind of crazy. We'll have to, okay, let's check out the Pocket Computer production now. What are we, where are we at? What kind of bottlenecks do we have? It seems we're kind of mostly bottlenecking in the production of these things, which is not all too... Was that because maybe we were, I think we were lacking plastic parts last episode, right? And I rectified it by adding another basic workbench right here. So in theory, we should be catching up to that a bit now. So let's just leave it running for like a week or so and see how we're doing. As far as I can see, pretty much permanently producing double battery stacks. I'm kind of confused. Didn't we need 2 battery stacks to make 1? Did that get patched? Did that get changed? Because now I've, of course, got like a huge overflow of single battery stacks out here. What kind of production time do I have here? We've got a production time of 0.6 days for 1, so we make 2 every 0.6 days. We've got 3 final assembly tables. Let me check out this here. We have got up here 3. Okay. Oh. That could be a bit close. I mean, we make 2 every 0.6 days, and then I mean, it's kinda, you know, a very minor bottleneck. Like, the thing is, we would sort of kinda need 3 to perfectly satisfy it, but at that point, we would also very much overshoot the necessary production target of double cell, well, not double cell, but like double battery stacks. So kind of annoying, but as you can see up here, we shot up to 19 production again, so I think this has mostly fixed the bottlenecks. Now the other question would kind of be, what do we do with this? Because we don't need another 2 chemistry tables out here making battery stacks. We only need 2, so we can kind of save on these. And this doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry. I apologize. But this doesn't make any sense. So that way we should have kind of fixed that overproduction bottleneck and hopefully increased our profitability a bit more. We're at 50k again at the moment. But we're still low on this. I don't know. I mean, we're kind of low on the double battery stacks, but we're also... No, we're not low on the 7-segment displays. Should we maybe actually get 3rd table going out there? That would kind of mean that I would have to rehire. Actually, I don't even... Okay. Do I still have space in here? I don't, but I can probably get myself some space in there by just lowering these things. Like, the thing is, right, I can actually, and I should have actually probably done that, to be honest, just do this, right? I can just repurpose one table like that, and then we'll just delete this connection pretty much. We'll have this inflow into here, and I will have to pick up something from this shelving rack here real quick. Let me just grab, like, I don't know, let's grab like plastics, and let's grab chemicals, which I've apparently not lowered the amount of chemicals needed in there. Let's lower the amount of chemicals needed in there. And then what we'll be doing is we will... Actually, that's a good question. Do I have enough now? We'll just be pulling in plastic parts from here. I hope that we do have enough. It feels like we do have enough. I'm not sure if we do have enough. So we're going to pull that stuff in from right there. We're going to put that all in there. We're going to pull that out into there again, and we're going to deliver that out to there. And now that should hopefully solve our little bit of a double battery stack bottleneck. And I'm kind of thinking potentially we will instead bottleneck on something else, but I guess that remains to be found out. That said, I do feel like we've kind of improved a lot of things here. Looking at the market overview, let's check out the Texas Instruments Mark II. Not actually too happy. Still a bit of a bottleneck down there. I'm not quite sure what that comes from. Maybe it's just kind of like the aftershock of the low battery production. Maybe it's also just that we don't have enough small register banks out here. Kind of unsure which one of the two it is. Where are we making small register banks? Where are we making small register banks? Can't seem to find it right now. Where are we making those? Anybody seeing those? We've got a simple circuit out here, right? We've got the LED stuff out here. Batteries down here. Where are those flowing in from? Wait, from here? Oh, wait, I thought I was... Aha, okay, no, I mean, we definitely have enough of those, and for some reason I thought this was the simple circuit production, but I was kind of... Okay, cool, that makes sense. So, I kind of hope that was just the aftershock, and then we're ever improving in that regard. Then I'm also going to have to get my own tune back to researching, and I think I'm going to start out with the simple cases now. That's kind of going to be the next thing on my list. It's going to take me absolute ages, so that should last me for a while. And I also need to place this plastic and chemical stuff somewhere, and I'm really kind of unsure where I'll be able to load off all that. Now, I guess I can somewhat lower the amount of my inventory that way, but still not quite fixed. Maybe down here? Yes, perfect. Just spot on. Okay, so that is my inventory sorted then. Now we're making a lot of money here, honestly, so I think we need to actually expand this stuff here a bit. So we'll be doing some more analysis now, because as you can see, we're kind of lacking the research points slowly but surely, because we've of course kind of invested in research a lot. We've not really invested that much in analysis, because I had all these overhangs from like old modules that I needed to finish analyzing. So what we will be doing, I think, which orientation makes more sense? I think this one actually makes more sense if we go and use like... Actually, I'm just gonna keep it in the design of the other stuff here, to be honest. So let's go and move things again. Let's just keep everything in line, you know, just like that, nice and straight lined. And we will most certainly then need a few small shelving racks. Well, at least one, because this can stay my personal one for the time being, right? These two are covered, so we're just going to add one. And, what's this now? Hello? Okay, fixed. That was weird. My cursor just went, no, you can't do this, and then, well, anyways, moving on. So, what can we research off of up here then? We can be doing the battery stacks still. I think we're just going to stick with the battery stacks for the time being. Maybe eventually we're going to move it up to something else, but for the time being, let's just keep it at, like, simple stuff. Let's just keep doing battery stacks for now. Just like this, we'll be hiring some more people for it, of course, which spawn in, like, the worst spot possible, because now they have to go all the way around the outside. But that should be fine. How are we doing for battery stack backlog? It isn't looking too crazy good. I feel we'll need another table out here to actually make all the battery stacks that we need for analysis. But for the time being, we're going to connect it up like this. And we're going to see if it's actually good. Ah, you've still got single cell batteries. I guess there's none left in there, is there? No. So we can take that out of your set of tasks and just keep working away like that. Now, I'm kind of pretty sure that we'll need more production out here because, well, this thing was pretty much empty right there just a second ago, and now I'm really not confident this will be enough. What I am going to do is I am going to up the stack size in this shelving rack too, just to make sure that we will hopefully have a bit of backlog, but this is probably not going to be enough. So, another thing though, discovered, that was the speaker. Wait, no, another new product actually discovered on the market, which is awesome. We're going to have to check that out in just a second. Actually, let's check it out now before we determine what else we want to research, because whatever it is going to be, we could potentially need it for whatever we just received. So, got a camera drone. Okay, that's sick, that's cool, that's awesome. Let's go into the blueprint designer. Let's start designing away. I don't have a name for this, which is an issue. We're going to leave it on draft for the time being. I'm not confident I will finish this design till the end of the episode anyways, because maybe we're just going to schedule some on-top research to kind of get it to a better spot. So, if you see this episode and you do have a name for a camera drone, let me know down below. I'll happily pick that up. That said, we will create a camera drone, of course. We'll take the Metalbot chassis, because that's like the only thing we have at the time, and we'll create that. So, what kind of things do we have? We won't need a small compartment. We need sensors, we need mobility, and we need data storage. Honestly, overall, not all too complex. Now, mobility means that, what do we need out of these two here? We'll need the stepper motor, apparently. I don't really see any ideal way of placing it at the moment. I'll place it like that for the time being, and that'll actually overfulfill it already. Which is crazy, because I think we'll have a lot of space left in this chassis design. Maybe we'll need it for, like, improvement parts or something, because that weight's already rather high. Let's see about that. But then we've got the sensors, and we've only got the brightness sensor, and I think this may be where we will need some extra research, because this is really just basic stuff. Maybe we won't. Maybe we won't. That's pretty... Wow, okay. How are we this far ahead in research? Like, we're only needing half the... Wow, I'm kind of a bit baffled right now that it's going this well. Then we've got these things, which is spot on 1.8 storage. And it fits in there. What do I do with the rest of all my space now? That's a perfect product without even using half the space in my chassis. What is even going on? Yeah, that's kind of I'm kind of out of words right now. Like, that's kind of we're doing so much better than we should on the whole research part. Like, that's kind of crazy, honestly. It's really kind of crazy. Like, wow. Okay. I mean, that's awesome. I'm happy with it. Let's roll with it. I'm not going to finalize the design just yet, as I said. I think I want to give you all some time to kind of comment on what you think it should be called down below. And, you know, we don't have the time this episode to finish a full-on production setup on this anyway, so, you know, it should be fine. If you have a name for this, let me know down below in the comments. If not, you know, I'm sure I'll find one of my own, but... I'd be happy to integrate your name into this. What I do want to kind of already determine, though, is going to be the design. Now, we've got this thing here. We've got the observant sphere, which looks super funky. It looks like a... it kind of looks like a flying telescope, doesn't it? Really, really interesting. And we've got the multi-blink, which is, Yeah. Very, very funky to say the least. So, I don't know. Like, these two just look so funky. I don't even want to make them, to be honest. It's like, look at this thing here. Like, is this even, like, theoretically thinking, would this be flying stable? I guess it could. But, like, I don't know. This design does not make much of any sense, does it? It's, I mean, this makes a bit more sense, right? I mean, the roaches are still kind of... I'm not sure why they're not in a plain layout, but kind of tilted outwards. But I feel it still makes more sense than this. This just makes no sense to me. It looks like a flying telescope, which is interesting. But I think we're just going to go with a maxi recorder for the time being, because I think this is, like, pretty much the most sensible design. Like, the camera is absolutely huge, don't get me wrong. But other than that, I feel it's kind of the most sensible design. We're not going to do Spotlight Pink here. We've got Polaroid Party, we've got Adventure Green, we've got Professional Black. I think this is going to be one of our later series of products. So either of these, pretty much. Now, Adventure Green or Polaroid Party? Let's start out with Polaroid Party. That's going to be our design right here. That's going to be the way that this looks. If you have a name, let me know down below. I will keep it in draft mode for the time being, and we'll just check out research real quick. We'll check out a few different things, and maybe even, you know, take care of actually buying a place for producing this, which I don't even think we need that big a place. And again, maybe for future upgrades, it wouldn't be too bad to have a big place. So, you know, something like this could be an option. Considering that we have 1.2 million, we don't really care about the money associated with it. So, maybe something to consider. And if we go, like, somewhere out to the corner of the map, we would also have, like, some smaller side buildings that we could in the future expand to for on-top production tasks, should we need to. So, just something to consider right there. For the time being, let's go back to research. Now, I mean, we don't really have something in terms of, like, drones that we would badly want. And given that it's at 5.0, that thing's going to last us for a few market phases. So I'm going to probably try and focus on different products. Namely, I mean, the calculator. I think we pretty much have everything researched that we could want there in the future to up our potential. Cassette player, on the other hand side, maybe we can put some more effort into sound research right there. Anything else, like data transmission as well, could be interesting. Pocket computer has data transmission as well. Maybe we put something into data transmission. Where are we at for that at the moment? I think I mostly had it for drones so far, and I only have the simple AM radio link. So let's do shortwave. Let's do shortwave, and then we will maybe even go for the FM radio link whenever we unlock that. But for that, we then have to kind of go and do like one of these, for which I'll maybe need a memory bank. So I think this, then like maybe memory bank, and well, maybe some improvement parts in the middle as well. You know, some of these bot parts could be useful as we kind of approach the more bot era of production. So, well, you know, I think a few more things coming up for consideration, but for the time being, we're going to do the shortwave radio links right here. Right, full production then. I'm kind of unsure right now which of these things I want to buy. I feel these here are, you know, sufficient in size for what we want to do now, but probably too small for any future expansion, and also they're kind of a bit close to this bot production down here, because I'll probably have to kind of expand that out eventually and use like another one or two of these buildings, so not too much of a fan. So we've got either this one, we've got that one, this one also probably being a bit small. I'm unsure about that. Like, we could probably use half of this, this and that for one, and then half of this and that for another production, and then this for something else, or maybe like bits and bobs from everything, you know. So I don't know. I really don't know. I think we're gonna go with this corner building here for the time being, so that, you know, because I think I'll like half this building here, so I'll use half of this building for this and half of this building for whatever I do in these two, if that makes sense. So this way we kind of have the flexibility to expand up to here, and you know, eventually we'll see if we use this as well. So if this has a delivery area, which I think it should, and the camera stops snapping, let me unset that, we'll buy this, and it does have one. So 150k, also a bit cheaper than like just buying this thing straight out, so I think that's fine. You know, a very sensible investment. It's literally less than 10% of what we have in the bank right now, so I think that's pretty good. Let's actually check out our net worth. 2.3 million. Wow. Actually, another net worth milestone kind of knocked down there as well, like here. So that's pretty mad. Really, really going nicely in the right direction. 42k profit as well. Let's just double check here, by the way. This thing is still a bit fluctuative, but look at this. We actually managed to hit 18 sales that week, which is awesome. Which kind of tells me that we may actually start getting some backlog, which would be great. This has certainly helped a lot in that regard. For pocket computers, bit fluctuative still, but less fluctuative than it used to be, so we did keep that in check a lot. CourierBot's still going good as ever and probably not needing any adjustment for the next 2 years. And also cassette players, we can actually start progressing the phase if we want to, but maybe we'll just introduce the camera drones first, alright? Like maybe not a good time to kind of have two things going at the same time. So what I'll be doing, I'll just be placing like you know, 3 courier pallets down here, so we already have a little bit of a something going, and well, then I'm going to end the episode off right here. So if any one of you has a nice name for this camera drone right here, definitely make sure to let me know down below in the comments. I would very much appreciate it, and I'm happily going to take your name into account for this. And well, other than that, I hope you all enjoy this episode. I hope you all are looking forward to finally starting to work on that camera drone assembly line in the next episode with me. And well, if you did enjoy the episode, as always, please make sure to hit that like button down below. That does always awesomely help out with the video performance. And if you're new around this channel and haven't done so just yet, please also make sure to hit that subscribe button right down below, as well as the bell icon right next to it, if you want to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes on this channel. And with that all said, as always, thanks a lot for watching, everyone. I hope you had a good time. I hope you'll have a great day, and I hope I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.